Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world. Thank you so much for tuning into this video in which we will do the opposite of what we did in the previous video. So in the previous video, I gave you the equation of a hyperbola and we turned it into a graph. Now, by the end of this video, I should be able to give you the graph of any hyperbola and you find its equation. Now, we know the graph of any hyperbola can be written as y equals a over x plus b plus c. Remember from the previous video that b and c tell us the asymptotes of this graph. So what we're going to do is find b and c from the asymptotes of the graph and then find a by substituting in a point. So remember, this value here tells you about the vertical asymptote, and it's x equals the negative of this number, whereas y equals this number is the horizontal asymptote. So we can find that information very easily from this graph here. So the vertical asymptote here is x equals 1. So that means the value of b is actually going to be negative 1. Because remember that the vertical asymptote is x equals minus b. And that makes sense because if I substitute b for minus 1, then x equals 1 would make the denominator of this fraction 0, which you can't do. Okay, we see very clearly that the horizontal asymptote is y equals minus 2. So c is just minus 2. So remember, horizontal asymptote is y equals c. It's not the negative of this number. So we know that the equation of the hyperbola on the graph is going to be a over x minus 1 minus 2. So now, all we have to do is find this value of a, and to do that we just need to substitute any point that's on the parabola. So we could use this point here or this point here, it doesn't matter. So let me pick this point here. So this is the point 0, minus 5. So I'm going to substitute y for minus 5 and x for 0 in order to find a. So of course 0 minus 1 just gives me minus 1. So we have minus 5 equals a over minus 1 minus 2. So let's add 2 to both sides. Of course, a over minus 1 is just minus a, and that just leaves us with a is equal to 3. So we know we've done something right here because this hyperbola was in the first and third quadrant, so we must get a positive value for a. Okay, so now we're done. We know the equation of this hyperbola is just y equals a over x plus b minus c. That's the answer, and we're done. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been the luckiest maths teacher in the world.